Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome. So, today, we're going to dive into something that is, honestly, one of the most critical parts of YouTube's success, the thumbnail. But we're not just talking about basic design tips. We're going to look at how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game, allowing literally anyone to create stunning, viral images. Let's get right into it. And honestly, that's not even an exaggeration. Think of your thumbnail as the single most important factor in getting your video seen. It's the front door to all of your hard work, and if nobody opens it, nothing else even matters. The stakes are just incredibly high.
You know, for years, if you wanted a great thumbnail, you pretty much had two options. Either have amazing design skills or have the budget to hire a pro. Not anymore. AI has totally leveled the playing field. It's a powerful new tool that, when you use it strategically, can give even beginner creators a massive advantage. All right, so before we even touch a single AI tool, we have to understand the why behind it all. Why do people click on one thumbnail and just scroll right past another? It all comes down to psychology. Because look, AI is just the tool. You're the strategist. See, the secret to a viral thumbnail, it's not luck, it's psychology. It really all boils down to these three pillars. When you get the combination right, you create an image that people feel compelled to click on. Let's break them down. The key here is creating what's called an information gap. Your image has to present a scenario, right, or some kind of mystery that isn't fully explained. The viewer's brain craves resolution, and the only way they can get it is by clicking your video. We're just hardwired as humans to respond to emotion, especially when we see it in faces. Your thumbnail needs to trigger an immediate emotional response, whether it's shock, fear, joy, or empathy. These are powerful, universal triggers that grab attention in a split second. But here's the thing, sparking that emotion, it has to happen instantly. And that brings us to our third pillar, instant clarity. Think about how fast you scroll through your feed, especially on your phone. You have less than 1 second to communicate the core idea of your video. If it's confusing, it gets ignored. Okay, so we've got the psychology down. Now let's switch gears from the why to the how. I'm going to walk you through a practical 4-step process that will take you from a blank page to a finished, viral-ready thumbnail using AI. So here are the 4 phases we're going to cover. Ideation, where the core concept is born. Generation, where we create the base image. Post-processing, which is a crucial step for refinement. And finally, composition, where we bring it all together. So we're kicking things off with a text-based AI. Now, the key here isn't to just ask for thumbnail ideas. That's way too generic. You need to ask for dramatic concepts that spark surprise and curiosity. You're essentially feeding it the psychology we just talked about, so it gives you back powerful visual concepts. Okay, this slide is where the magic really happens. It breaks down the perfect prompt for an image generator. Yeah, you need a clear subject and some dramatic action, but what most people forget are the lighting and colors. Using terms like cinematic lighting or vibrant colors, that's what gives your AI image that professional, eye-popping look. All right, this next step is what really separates the amateurs from the pros. The raw image you get from an AI generator, that's just the starting point. It often has flaws, but here's the cool part. We can use other AI tools to fix and enhance our first draft. And this is a perfect example of one of the most common issues, weird-looking faces or hands. On the left, you've got a standard AI generation. It's okay, but something's a little off, right? Then on the right, after running it through a face restoration tool, the expression looks natural, it looks professional. That's what builds trust with the viewer. Another absolutely crucial fix is the resolution. AI images are often pretty small and they can look blurry, especially if someone's watching on a big TV screen. AI upscaling tools can intelligently blow the image up to 4K, making it sharp and high quality on any device. Seriously, don't skip this step. Okay, so now that you've mastered the technical workflow, let's get creative. We're going to look at a few proven formulas. Think of them as narrative shortcuts that perfectly leverage AI's ability to create anything you can possibly imagine. Here are 3 powerful, ready-to-use formulas to get you started. The classic before versus after, the mind-bending impossible element, and the emotional close-up. And I really want to focus on my personal favorite, the impossible element formula. I mean, AI makes creating these kinds of absurd, surreal images just unbelievably easy. A giant chihuahua in Manhattan, a tiny elephant on a keyboard. Literally, your imagination is the only limit. So why does this work so well? Because it completely shatters our pattern of reality. A viewer's brain sees it and immediately goes, wait, what is happening here? It's the perfect curiosity hook, and the only way to satisfy it is to click. All right, you've gone through the whole process. Your thumbnail is almost there. Before you hit publish, run it through this final strategic checklist. Think of it as your last line of defense against a low click-through rate. Now, go down this list and be really honest with yourself. Does it pass the 1-second test? Is the emotion crystal clear? And this is a big one. How does it look when you shrink it down to the size of a mobile screen? If you can confidently check every single box, you are good to go. And I really want to end on this crucial point. AI doesn't make viral thumbnails on its own. It's a powerful tool, for sure, but it's your strategy, your understanding of psychology, and your creative vision that brings it to life. You're the one who makes it go viral.
So that really only leaves one question. Armed with this knowledge and these tools, what wild, absurd, or impossible idea are you going to create first? Now go out there and make something unforgettable.